This is your art room grid layout board. It is printed with grid lines to help position your films to the screens. You have numbers down one side in inches, a guide for right center pocket prints, a center line and horizontal lines, a left center pocket print guide, as well as letters for reference. The grid board has a pin strip with 5 stainless steel pins for accurate film positioning. You have the option of using one of our header sheets that is pre-punched to match the pin strip on the grid board, and the sheet is 7 mils thick. Another option for total control and accuracy is our full carrier sheet that is also pre-punched to match the pin strip on the grid board and is 7 mils as well. Place your grid layout board on a light table. Position your first carrier sheet on the grid board by matching the sheet to the pin strip. Smooth the sheet down by a light stroke from top to bottom and then secure with tape so the film does not move. Take your first film positive, typically your outline color, and position on the carrier sheet for proper print placement using all your grid board guides. Tape the film positive securely to the carrier sheet. Next, add a second carrier sheet over the first sheet and place on the pin strip. Smooth the carrier sheet and tape as before. Place the next color or film positive over the first color and register the two colors to each other. The film positive shown is perfectly separated but register and has no overlapping of colors. Use our Newman light loop that magnifies the image 10 times for easier registration, and look at the target marks as well as the design itself to register. Secure the film to the carrier sheet. Remove the second color and carrier sheet from the grid board. Now repeat the steps of the last color and register the third and final color. Now remove all carrier sheets from the grid board. You've just accurately registered a 3-color design using the Newman Art Grid layout board and is now ready for the screen room. This is your film-to-frame pin bar. It has 5 stainless steel pins that are identical in placement as the Art Grid layout board pins. Underneath are 2 sets of stainless steel pins that will accommodate 2 standard frame sizes. All your Newman frames should have installed a set of stainless steel pin locks, one side with the slot and the other side with the hole. Place your pin bar on a flat surface, position your pin bar as shown, and mark the placement. This is important so that every screen you register is done always at the same spot for consistency and repeatability. Take a coated screen and place it on the table. Take your pin bar and carefully insert the pin down into the hole of the pin lock, and then pivot the pin bar to the opposite corner and drop it into the pin lock slot. Now slide both the pin bar and the frame to the markings on the table to position them. Take your film and carrier sheet and match the pre-punch holes to the pin bar. You may also notice that the middle hole of the film is purposely punched off-center by a ½ inch. This is to prevent the carrier sheet from accidentally being placed upside down on your screen. The holes either match or they don't. Smooth the carrier sheet down to the screen as shown and secure with tape at all 4 corners. Now lift the film to frame pin bar off the pin locks and rotate it towards your body to easily release from the carrier sheet. Repeat the steps for the remaining two colors. As you can see, this process is quick and simple. No need to pull out the ruler or T-square, as the film was already pre-positioned for the screen maker in the art department. Each screen should take a minute to pin. You have just completed the process of accurately pinning a three-color job using the Art-to-Frame pin bar. Now place your screens into your exposure unit and expose as normal. Attached to only one of your pallets is our swing out pallets fixture. You simply reach underneath and swing both arms out and then rotate both club heads to the pinning position, retract back and use pallet as normal. To begin, pull your swing fixture out to the pinning position. Position the swing fixture to an open print station to determine that the frame holders and pallets are in the correct position to each other. The pins must be centered in the frame holder slots on both sides as shown. Now place a frame in the head to determine correct pin height into the pin lock. Raise the swing fixture pallet to the frame. Adjust the pin up or down so that the pin is no more than halfway engaged into the frame pin lock. Make the proper adjustments and then tighten the pin. Check the opposite side and adjust and tighten if needed. Raise and lower the swing fixture pallet to ensure consistency. Once the frame is pinned, the correct way to clamp it down on the rear and front is to turn both front and rear airlocks on simultaneously, so both air clamps come down on the frame. Now it's time to pin register your 3-color design using the Newman PinLock registration system. Pull your swing fixture out from under your pallet and rotate to the first print station. Pin the frame and clamp down and release to the next color. As you can see here, it takes approximately no longer than 5 seconds to do this procedure. Pin, clamp, and release. Now that you've completed the printing procedure, it is time to put a shirt on and do your first test print. From setting your screens up in the machine and pinning it to your final test print, it took you 1 minute and 50 seconds to do a 3-color butt registration, no overlapping, no micro adjustment, finished print in 1 minute and 50 seconds. The Newman PinLock registration system.